I couldn't stop crying.
This is insane. This is insane, guys. God help me. God help me. I feel anxious. I'm worried.
Well guys, the time has come in my life that I truly feared, because change is always scary, but at the same time it's exciting. You never know what might be waiting for you or how your life will unfold. You'll understand the full depths of this words later, when you find out what happened to me after the move, which left a strong mark on me. So, at 22 years old I'm moving from Kyiv to another country, and the reason for this is a one-year dance education program. Since things in Ukraine aren't great right now due to the invasion of my country, I believe this is the right decision for me, and I'll be able to achieve my dreams. This education is very expensive and the decision wasn't easy, as the money was earned through hard work on a ship, and I'm covering all the expenses myself. But for the sake of realizing myself, my career and my dreams, I went for it, and now I have to fit all my belongings into 2 suitcases.
This is insane. This is insane, guys. Really. What to do with all these clothes? I can't take everything with me. I can take only this luggage and this one. That clothes I'm not going to wear. I'll send it to my mom, to my hometown. I think she'll be very happy to carry it from the postal store, guys. All my life, kind of in 3 luggages here. Here is a lot of clothes, a lot. How to put everything in these 2 luggages? Just look at that. So, still here a lot, there, still a lot. There, at the window, in the bathroom, and the kitchen, guys, I don't know. Actually, I don't have a house also where I can just leave that.
Yeah, because my hometown is under occupation and the place where I'm planning to send my things to my mom is temporary. I have about 50 kilograms of stuff left here that I can't take with me, and I don't know how my mom and I are going to carry all of it to the post office and send it.
Good morning. I can say it's good morning. So I sent 35 kilos of clothes. Now I have 2 luggages. This one should be 30 kilos, but I guess it's much more. This one should be 10. Yeah, I guess it's much more. So I don't know what to do. I'm worried very much. Also because my doctor, he gave me a recipe. I should take pills for 3-4 months. I'll be not able to buy that in there, in Denmark. I bought pills for 4 months here. I'm not sure that I can bring such a huge amount of pills. It costs a lot of money, guys. Because of that I'm worried very much. I don't know, I just hope that God will help me, because otherwise I'll be screaming there, I don't know. Best luck.
Luck is just following me. I broke a wheel on my suitcase. Yoo-hoo! Well, now there is definitely no doubt that it's overweight.
I told you, best luck.
I'm leaving at 1 p.m. on a bus to Warsaw, and upon arrival I should have 6 hours until my flight, from where I will fly directly to Copenhagen. It's important to buy tickets in advance, because you can get stuck at the border with Poland for a very long time. And something terrifying happened to me. I couldn't stop crying. We were stuck at the border for 14 hours. Guys, 14 hours! I missed my flight and was completely lost. I just didn't know what to do next. Plane tickets were horribly expensive, and my program starts the day after tomorrow. The only affordable option was to take a bus from Poland to Copenhagen. Can you imagine such a long journey? But I had no choice, and I needed to save money to make sure I could afford living in Denmark. The bus had a transfer, so by some incredible miracle I ended up in Berlin, Germany at 2 a.m.
Now I'm in Germany. Hello. I didn't expect to be here at all. I missed my flight and I couldn't cancel that. I also lost money for the tickets. I can't refund it because it's my problem that I didn't fly. I left Ukraine 2 days ago. In these 2 days I almost didn't sleep. I slept maybe a couple of hours. Really uncomfortable in the bus, and I think I'm very nervous because of that I just can't sleep. I don't want to eat, I don't want to sleep. My hands are shaking all the time. Now I can't imagine how to go through all this shit. I can't even express my feelings.
I'm just very exhausted and I don't want nothing. Now I just want to go home, to sleep in my bed. I just want to hug my mom and stay with her forever, and I don't want nothing anymore. I feel so bad, so sad, so lonely, I feel so lost. I decided to go by bus. It's cheaper, there are no troubles with luggages. I don't need to worry about our weight or about my pills. Now I need to spend here 2 hours because I need to change the bus. I cried a lot because this is not all problems that I have on my plate now. I feel like I'm mentally broke. I feel so lost. God help me.
Because of the bus delay, I waited there for 3 hours, and when I tried to sleep on a bench out of sheer exhaustion, a guard came, woke me up, and told me I couldn't sleep there. I was utterly exhausted. When I finally left Germany, we had to cross the Baltic Sea, and for the first time in my life I was on a ferry. But instead of enjoying the views, I fell into a deep bear-like sleep, just like these 3 cute little snorers. And I was woken up by a duty-free worker when everyone had already left, and he told me to run to my bus. It was my 3rd day in the bus, and just imagine how tired I was. In such a deep sleep that I didn't even hear when we docked and all the passengers had left the boat.
3 days later, guys. I think I'm here, but I'm not sure. After everything where I've been, I can't believe just because firstly, when I came to Copenhagen, I came to the wrong place. I came to the dance studio actually, but houses are located in different area. The owner of the school, she didn't give me the address, so I changed the bus twice, and this 2 luggages was so hard. I feel like I'm somewhere in another universe. I don't feel myself. I can't express my feelings. I'm completely alone in a new country, trying to reach this spot for 3 days. I feel totally lost, guys. Totally lost. I want to go home.
So guys, finally I'm here. I can't believe. Actually, I didn't expect that no one would be here because the program starts the day after tomorrow. I was sure that everyone is here already. Actually, it's not my house. They just agreed to help me until they find me a cheap housing. So I'm here staying for 1 week. Because one girl, she will arrive 1 week later, so that's why I can stay here. After this week, I move to the other house. The next step that I need to do, I need to go to the immigration service and I need to apply for temporary protection. I need to apply for housing.
Guys, just to clarify, I would have never come here without knowing where I would be living. The owner herself offered to help me with accommodation, and she even signed a contract stating that she was obligated to provide me with assistance and find affordable housing for me, or a room in her houses for students. To ensure I could pay for this accommodation, she promised to provide me with a job at her dance studio. When I asked her what would happen if she didn't manage to find housing for me by the time I arrived, her response was, "We will help you with housing no matter what." So I knew that if anything happened, I could stay in her student housing. After some time, it turned out that they were planning to help me with accommodation through the government, as the government provides housing assistance to Ukrainians. Later, the owner of the school informed me that they couldn't apply on my behalf because I had to do it myself. When I contacted the government, they told me that I couldn't do it from abroad. To receive protection and affordable housing, I had to be in the country. Honestly, I was very shocked because the owner of the school, Josephine, had promised to help me with accommodation no matter what, and I had already paid for the program. But now it turns out I have to handle everything myself, and only after I arrive there. So at first I really had no idea where I would be staying. When I explained all of this to the owner, Josephine, she said that I could stay in her student housing until the government helped me. That's why I'm jumping from one place to another. She's trying to find a spot where I can stay temporarily until other students arrive. But once they do, there is a big question about where I'll go next. And there is another problem, since the government might not help me.
The problem is Danish government, they don't like when somebody had a protection somewhere like before they come here. I had a protection in Ireland because of war. The first country where I escaped, it was Ireland. I had a temporary protection in there. It could be a problem. They could refuse my application. They could not give me a housing. The owner of the school, she helped me only for the first months, I can say.
So you understand that she promised to help me sign a contract committing to assist with accommodation through the government without even knowing that not all Ukrainians receive this help. Some might get denied. Quite a situation, isn't it?
I feel anxious. I don't know, will I have a place to stay or no? If the answer from government would be negative, this is the worst thing that could happen because I would not know where to live. Also, we can't stay in here and I can't work in here, so I could be here only as a tourist only for 180 days and I think less because I was on the dance intensive. I'm worried. God help me! My hands are shaking. I don't know how to calm down. When you are alone, this is much harder. If I would have at least someone with me, it's easier. People need people. People need support.
So, with all these huge issues, I went to the first day of our dance program. But today we are not dancing yet, it's just an introduction. We met on the beach, where about 30 dancers gathered in the circle to get to know each other. The owner of the school, her husband and son, and one of the teachers. The trip there cost €4 one way. Honestly, I'm really happy to be here and surrounded by like-minded people, but the feeling of anxiety hasn't left me. And in general, when everyone around you is a stranger and you move to a different country, at this stage everything feels a bit unsettling. You are fundamentally changing your environment and life as a whole, and the adaptation process is different for everyone. But the owner Josephine encouraged us, telling us what to expect this year and expressing confidence that this would be the best year yet. After the introductions, I went with my housemates to the center of Copenhagen for a little walk, and I was shocked when I saw this. An automated metro! There are no drivers! Am I in a video game or something? Thursday! It's so exciting! Our classes start at 9 and go until 3. I've always dreamed of dancing a lot, every single day. But waking up at 7 every day, oh, it's been a while since I did that.
Thursday.
Today we are training with the owner Josephine and choreographer from Denmark Ida Vibe. For the first 3 days, we've been working on a piece for our first video project and doing killer Tabata workouts in the morning. All my muscles were on fire, we were drenched in sweat, and we had to bring multiple t-shirts because they were completely soaked.
Your private fountain.
And the coziest part is the lunch breaks, just like in American TV shows. We enjoyed the sunshine, shared our feelings and impressions, laughed and just relaxed before the second half of our training. Everything that's happening is very unusual and interesting for me. It's what I took big risks for. Sometimes it's tough, but I remember my dreams, and that motivates me to give it my all. And then the day comes when another student moves into my place, and I have to find somewhere else to go. That's when the saga began. Filming the first dance project, the second week at the dance school, adapting, and where I ended up after leaving that place. Stay tuned for my next vlog. You guys have no idea what's coming, something that had a huge impact on my mental health. See you soon, your Siri.